I at least got some slices during the break that time. I was ready that time.
Back. Here I am eating again. I would never eat on the air, Holty.
I was ready for that one, but I broke down the video during the break as well of the outro going out to break, and it was just poor. It was poor.
Good.
It was poor. On a scale of 1 to 5, it was a 1.
You've done better.
I got to get better. It's a work in progress.
Thanks, by the way, to Mountain Mike's for the pizza this afternoon.
Yes. Today's accoutrement, I think we have a Hawaiian ham and pineapple. We have
that's got bacon on it and some sort of peanut sauce.
Okay, and then that one, barbecue chicken, and then we also have olives, bacon, pepperoni, and of course, mushrooms.
My standby.
Yes, pepperoni and jalapeno.
Pepperoni and jalapeno.
Yes. Thanks, Mountain Mike's, providing the pizza each and every week here on Condors Unleashed. Ryan Holt, Kevin Bartle, live from the Dignity Health Studios.
Who's this guy, Holty?
I was getting to him. You ruined my intro. I was going on that one.
Sorry.
I was going on. Gary Steffes joins us here on Condors Unleashed. Gary, welcome. Just got off the ice at practice. How'd practice go today in preparation for Alaska?
Good, absolutely. Well, thanks for having me, first off. And, the practice has been going great this week. We had an awesome skate today, and I think we've definitely regrouped from the weekend and even the weekend before that, and we're heading into Alaska ready to rock. I'm excited. I'm excited about the morale of our team.
He's too positive. Seriously, Gary Steffes is Mr. Positive.
I always feel better after having a little sit down with Gary Steffes. It's great.
Love it. Seriously, you have a great outlook. I mean, you seem genuinely happy to be here and to be a part of this team.
Yes, sir. Yeah, very blessed.
When we had some Twitter and Facebook comments about the team. We asked for some feedback from some fans, and they asked some questions. One of the questions they asked, and it's a perfect question for you, is when you look at all the changes that have occurred over the last week and a half, what does it do from a player perspective? Is it tough to gel with your teammates in such a quick turnaround when you only have maybe a day or two before a game to get ready for some guys who might be on your line that night?
Yeah, no, for sure. That's a great question. And from a player perspective, you definitely have your challenges with it. I think it's there's a balance that has to be made, from a coaching perspective and from a team perspective, where you need to upgrade personnel, but also where you need to be patient and really believe in guys. And sometimes that balance is hard to find. But from a player perspective, when changes are being made, it's definitely a wrestle that we have to work through about how do we not let that distract us. How do we gel quickly with the guys that are coming into the locker room, and how do we, build those unities and those, our lines are changing sometimes, and it can be very tough sometimes, but it's also when you're upgrading and you're getting guys that are coming in and you can find a good mix and you can find good chemistry, it can be a blessing right from the get-go. And for me, with a guy like James Neal coming in, it's, or not James Neal, Mike Neal coming in,
it's all right. I called him James on the broadcast.
Yeah, I apologize, so. Mike Neal. Yeah, he's gelled very, very well with Brenz and I, and we've been very blessed by that. And so, there's challenges that come with it, but that's part of our job. We have to learn to not let that distract us.
We're watching some, as they call in the business, B-roll of Gary Steffes after practice. I mean, you're one of the guys that is always working on something after practice, and here you're working on shots. And one of the things that I always seem to see you working on after practice is face-offs. Mm-hmm. Practice makes perfect on those, or what?
Yeah, face-offs is a huge part of the game. I think sometimes a lot of people don't talk about it as much, but I mean, you win 60 to 70% of your face-offs, you have the puck that much more. Every time you lose a draw, you got to chase the puck down, and you're playing defense right from the get-go. But if you can win draws and you can win face-offs, you got the puck, and that's that. You're always on offense that way, and you put that over the course of a game. It's probably adds up to 3 to 5 minutes of puck time. And who knows what that can do, right?
Exactly.
We always give the guys player questionnaires to start the season, get to know a little bit about the guys, especially some new players, new faces. You went to Miami of Ohio, the Redhawks, but one of the things I liked about your bio, nickname Bear. How'd you get the nickname Bear, and how did that come about?
That's actually a funny story. My family, my sisters in particular, were calling me Gare Bear all the time, and I mean, just not Gare Bear is just too weak. Come on, I'm there's no way you're calling me Gare Bear. I'm not a Gare Bear. And so anyways, I told my sister, I'm listen, my favorite sandwiches are peanut butter and banana sandwiches. I just love them like crazy. And there's
Elvis.
Yeah, Elvis.
Okay, gotta be careful on those.
So I told my sis, I was listen, you're gonna introduce me as De Bear to every single person that I don't know. And if you don't, then you have to make me a peanut butter and banana sandwich. And that was like kind of the wager. And we had a wager with something. I forget the details of the whole deal. I won the kind of little bet we had. She had to introduce me as DeBear to everybody. And every time she didn't, she had to make me a peanut butter and banana sandwich. Anyways, that day she made me about 2 loaves worth of sandwiches. And ever since, my nickname's been Bear. Like, my family calls me Bear. Gare Bear's out the window. I just feel it was genius. So that's my nickname.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's good.
I like it.
Bear sounds a lot tougher.
Did you eat all the sandwiches?
Oh, I ate every one of them. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
We get a good look as well at the picture. 6'2", 205. We're okay on that. 205.
I'm a little bigger.
Oh, we're bigger.
Yeah,
now. All
I'm
right,
a little bigger. I'm floating around 213 to 215.
All right.
Yeah.
A little too much peanut butter and banana sandwich.
Yeah.
What was Miami like going to school there?
I loved it. I was incredibly blessed going to Miami. I am so thankful for the opportunity I had to go there. From a school perspective, it was phenomenal. From a hockey perspective, it was incredible. The coaching staff there, to the players, it was just a top-end program, and I was extremely honored and blessed to be a part of it. They made me such a better player, and I grew. I went from one person when I was a freshman to a whole different guy when I was a senior, and I just have so much thanks to give to that university and to that organization from the hockey team, and very blessed, thankful.
We have an FCA night, and for those that don't know, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Gary, one of the flag bearers, if you will, for at least the hockey side of things. Tell us a little bit about your work with FCA, what you've been doing, and what's coming up here this season.
Yeah, I have a serious passion for FCA. I am so thankful to be a part of that. My senior year in college, I actually got involved with FCA Hockey. And FCA Hockey is a Christian ministry that travels the world, uniting God and hockey and bringing it together and telling people about Jesus and teaching kids about the Bible and just investing in kids and adults. Anybody who's interested in hockey, from athletics, athletes that play, to coaches that coach, to families that are a part of it. Like, just hockey is the tool to just invest in people's lives and impact them for Jesus Christ. And we're so blessed with what we've had the opportunities to do, from going to Erzurum, Turkey in the Middle East, to be able to go from East Coast to West Coast, Baltimore to Westminster, California, and just being able to be all around this nation to use hockey as a tool to really encourage and impact and empower young players and coaches, and I'm very thankful to be a part of it. And this year we're having an FCA night, February 28th, I believe. Yep. And I get to share my story a bit about that, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm really pumped. You guys have really supported me with that side of my life.
Well, we like it. I mean, it's a great story as well. A lot of hockey being played over in Turkey.
Yeah, it's growing for sure. It's amazing,
isn't it?
Yeah, it's a place you don't really think there'd be hockey, but they have they have some rinks there. They have a beautiful rink there. The hockey's definitely growing, and yeah, we're pumped to be a part of just that community there.
So true. We had Zach Cohen on the team last year, and he played hockey actually over in Israel as well. So there's 4 rinks in Israel, and they're able to at least support a couple in the whole country, which is a little weird. You'd think there's 2 rinks in Bakersfield just alone. Want to get to some highlights, though, of you. We have one queued up of your goal from the weekend against Stockton, and this is early in the hockey game, 37 seconds in. Just take us through it.
Yeah, it was that was pretty cool. 37 seconds in, we were definitely harping on the importance of having a good start. I mean, we a couple games before that, we were really struggling with getting off on a good note, and so our line really kind of took that to heart, and we were blessed right off the get-go. We got in, we got a good forecheck, and it was a great load of high play and a great shot by Kessel. I remember I tipped the puck, it hits the goalie, bounces off their guy, bounces over the goalie, off the goalie's back, and I'm on the side of the net watching this trickle slowly. I'm like, go, like looking, I'm right here, I'm watching, I'm like, go. And when it crossed the line, it just barely crossed, and I was so pumped. And it was really cool.
You later on get a fight, you get an assist in this game. That's, in the hockey term, Bartz, that's a Gordie Howe hat trick.
It is indeed.
Yes, so he makes an impact, his second home game. But, you get the Gordie Howe. We were talking earlier about, you fighting, and you take on Garrett Hunt, who's one of the toughest customers in the Western Conference and in this whole league. Is this a part of your game, or is this something you just find your way into, because of the way you play and the style of game you have?
Yeah, I definitely think as a bigger guy, it's in some regards it's a responsibility that I have, but I don't go looking for it. I'm not out there. I'm not a bully. I'm not out there playing the game cheap. I really believe in playing the game honorably, but I also believe in standing up for teammates when that time comes. You know, there's a time and a place where we got to band together as brothers and we can stand up for each other. And so I definitely believe in doing it. I believe in doing it honorably. I'm not about fighting dishonorably and doing things that are cheap. And I don't think it should be done that way. But there's a time and a place, and sometimes that happens. And as a bigger guy, I kind of bear that responsibility.
Well, he came after you because you laid his guy out right there behind the net like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it. It was great. And not only stick up for your teammates, but you got to defend yourself as well. And you know that when 24 and the black and yellow is coming at you, he's got one thing in mind there.
Yeah, I'd heard about. I'd been told a couple of guys that played with these guys in the past, and so I definitely, he likes to fight, and he was a very tough customer. He's a tough kid. He understands. Yeah, he knew what he was doing. I definitely felt that in the middle of the fight. I definitely felt he knew what he was doing. So
that's really the wrong point in time to realize, oh God, this guy knows what he's doing here.
Yeah, but I think there's a part in guys, just guys in general. Like we have this part in our hearts where we have a heart of a warrior. We like to fight. We like to wrestle. You think about young kids just wrestling with their dads, and young guys just wanting to compete with each other. It's just kind of a part of a guy. It makes a guy come alive.
You should see Bartle in the eye in the office.
You guys like to,
when he gets on the bad side, we go in the conference room and
sometimes I have to defend the honor of Condors now. And when that happens, look out.
Yeah. So I'm totally not against it. I believe in doing it honorably.
Gary, we appreciate your time coming over here after practice. Pack up, right?
Yeah.
Got to get ready for a big trip up to
Anchorage
this weekend.
Pack a coat.
Yeah,
bring
sounds
a coat.
Good. I know I'm ready.
Thanks again. That's Gary Steffes joining us in our player interview. After this quick timeout, we'll sit down with Randy Steinert. We'll talk about the Booster Club. We'll also get our picks. Time for me to gloat, Bartle. 3-0 last weekend. We'll get to that.
Go to break.
Live from the Dignity Health Studios here at the Bakersfield, California, and also on Fox Sports Radio 970. Condors Unleashed. Stay tuned.